Before you make another housing decision, pause for a moment. Currently, Ottawa is not one housing market. It has three different markets, and where you choose to live matters if your family needs space, stability, and affordability. Let's break these markets down using real data and translate it into what actually matters for growing and multi-generational families. Let's walk through what actually changed from October to November 2025 and explain what it means for growing and multi-generational families. The Ottawa Real Estate Board reported that Ottawa's real estate marketplace shifted towards a more balanced market heading into November. Home sales fell from about 1,177 in October to roughly 880 in November. Active listings declined sharply during that same period from 4,388 to 3,721 listings. However, home sales dropped more rapidly than the housing supply. That pushed months of inventory from 3.6 months in October to just over four months in November. This matters because a four-month inventory level confirms buyers have less urgency to purchase properties, more housing options, and more thoughtful decision-making, especially important for families who need to take their time for a major move. However, that balance does not apply across the city. The first market, the city's urban districts such as downtown, Centertown, Little Italy, and parts of Hintonburg are all driven mostly by condo apartments. Inventory for those apartments grew sharply just above 7 months from October to November 2025. This trend is still giving buyers leverage to negotiate for lower condo prices, along with reintroducing financing and inspection conditions in their offers, while sellers are still offering flexible closings and financial and credit incentives. Condo units with high condo fees or weaker layouts are still sitting much longer in the marketplace. The second market, the suburban districts of Barrhaven, Canada, Stittsville, Orleans, Riverside, South, and Nepean still remain in high buyer demand for family housing. Townhomes continue to be the top property type for large families, with about 3 months of inventory in November. Well-priced three-bedroom townhomes near schools still sell quickly, but families are no longer paying for top dollar for almost right homes. They're still looking for value and affordability. Single-family detached homes in the suburbs tell a different story, where inventory climbed closer to 4 months by November. Homes needing renovations or sitting on busy streets stayed on the market longer. Sellers increasingly offered repair credits instead of price reductions. This has created an opportunity for large families to have more time to evaluate different housing options that could offer layout and basement potential, as well having less pressure to waive their financing and home inspection conditions in their offers. They also have the leverage to negotiate for lower purchase prices with motivated sellers who are willing to do so. In the rural and semi-rural areas of Carp, Greeley, Osgood, Metcalfe, and parts of the Ottawa Valley, home sales were significantly slower from October to November than in urban and suburban districts. Inventory levels were higher. These districts offer large families looking for large lots, privacy, and space for in-law suites or coach houses, the most negotiating power per dollar. The trade-off is commute and amenities, but financially and functionally, rural properties give growing and multi-generational families more flexible, affordable housing options than almost anywhere else in the city. What do these important trends tell us about what could happen in Ottawa's real estate marketplace in 2026? The Canadian Real Estate Association expects continued slower home sales and modest housing price growth in 2026. Families should watch out watch out for possible tighter inventory of townhomes when buyer confidence returns. Condos may remain competitive longer due to sustained supply. Rural properties will continue to favor patient buyers. This means families who plan now while inventory is higher and urgency is lower will be better positioned when competition returns. This could happen depending on whether the Bank of Canada further reduces interest rates, whether the Government of Canada's upcoming job layoffs will significantly impact Ottawa's employment rate and economy, and whether the high-tech sector in Canada North will continue to grow due to government and private sector investments in artificial intelligence. The bottom line for large families is that the urban districts of Ottawa give you choice and time. The suburban districts give you balance and livability, and rural Ottawa gives you space and negotiating power. These trends are telling families to move calmly, not emotionally. The smartest move now and for 2026 isn't chasing headlines. It's matching location, property type, and family needs, while the marketplace gives you room to think and not panic. As 2026 is coming soon, I wish you and your family a safe and enjoyable Christmas holiday season and a prosperous and healthy new year. This is Michael Arthur, a growing and multi-generational family housing expert who helps families upgrade their lifestyle and wealth through real estate.